Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, mystery? Was literally just checking your channel out of curiosity. Here we are. Yes. And I speaketh this time. I just find it easier because normally I have to wire up like a wire the headphones and stereo. It's just annoying to set up, so it's just the camera microphone. Hello. I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, it's coming through. Okay, that's good. I know it's been so long since I last streamed. It's like 6 months ago. I don't know. It's just kind of life things. I don't know, I'm on that grind now, though. Thanks for hanging. It sounds a little doubled up, like you're coming through two microphones. Oh, wait, I gotta mute. I think it's coming through my laptop mic too. Here we go. Does that sound better? Epic. Okay. I gotta stay focused. So I'm gonna get back to that practice. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I totally get it. I had to get through a huge move halfway through last year, and it's been It's been hard to find a new balance away from what I was used to, but I've been getting to a new routine. That's cool. I picked up a lot of theory stuff ever since starting to use MuseScore and taking piano classes. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like MuseScore. I kind of got stuck on MuseScore 2, the second one, or the second version, and then they updated it. Or is it 4 now? I forgot. But the one before the newest one is the program I stopped using, because they made a couple changes to the newest one, and it was overwhelming, and so I stuck with the older one. But yeah, MuseScore is cool. That's 4.6. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've been way behind. But that's cool you're taking piano classes. It's kind of hard to force myself to get through all the classic major scale nursery rhymes, but I think I'm getting better. Yeah, it's just, you gotta keep, one of the main things I've been learning over, because I've been taking gap years, plural, one of the main things I've learning after I got out of school and I didn't have a job and I wasn't going to school, is the main thing is just you commit to something and you just show up every day, no matter what, no matter how small, like just a little bit every day. And the point is consistency in just showing up at all. Because I'm totally a perfectionist. I'd like obsess over, no, I gotta get 3 hours or else I'm like not a musician or something. But that mentality has been like stopping me from like actually starting at all. Because you get the 3 hours and then you get burned out, and then you get the 3 hours and then you get burned out, and then it's like it's not sustainable. But I found what's way more sustainable is just simply celebrating the fact that I showed up at all for that day, which is like right now it's 12:09 a.m. and I'm like, oh no, I'm here again. My goal is to not stream at midnight every time, but you know what? I made it 1 minute before midnight, so it still technically was the second when I started. So at least I showed up. And instead of, whereas before I'd be like, no, I only got a minute before the day technically was over. That's horrible. I'll just quit now. Instead of doing that, I'm just like, you know what? I made it. I did something, right? So with like what you're saying, it's scale nursery rhymes. I'm assuming you mean like, or that kind of stuff. But if you just do a little bit a day, even if your goal is like to practice more, if you focus on just getting a little bit more time than you did yesterday, and being consistent at getting a little bit more time each time, then that's really what's going to get you better. I don't know, I'm yapping now. I need to be practicing. I don't know if any of that made sense. So, yee. No, that's all good stuff. Thank you. That's great to hear. Two, three. Right hand. left hand. You hear all the good players saying stuff like that. Must be a rite of passage, haha. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go yapping again. It's interesting because I've been thinking of like, because when you're like me and you take 2 gap years after high school and you spend all that time thinking, then it's a lot of time because everything comes back to time. But man, what was I saying? I just forgot. All the good players saying stuff. Oh yeah, so I was saying like the whole time I was thinking like there has to be some kind of root behind everything, right? There's always a root cause, and like there's a couple like root things I've learned, like kind of everything is arbitrary, so you just find something you're passionate about and then you just commit to it, right? So that's like one of the root things I've learned. So it's just like, okay, so even if it doesn't look like the way you want now, if you just commit to it and you don't give up, then you will succeed eventually in some capacity. So it's just like those kind of root like causes or themes behind things is something it's been like a brainchild of mine, I guess. I've written so many, like literally thousands of words over the time I've been out of school, just pondering, I guess you could call it philosophy, just concepts and stuff. But I should probably read what you're saying. I just personally meant sometimes it's like a bit disparaging to have this inflated idea of myself as a composer who makes cool and creative music and whatever, right? I'm not sure what you mean. Wait, and then I try to take learning the instrument seriously, and they start you off with real cheesy, slow, major scale music, and it can feel like I'd rather be playing anything else. Oh, so like, yeah, so when you start learning music when you're older, it can kind of feel like that, because like being older, you kind of already understand a lot of most things, whereas like when you're a kid, everything's new to you, right? But yeah, I can see how that can be frustrating. I've definitely dealt with some of that too, like with sight reading. The sight reading books are always just like, sight read this, or like, right? And it's just like, well, it's like these kids songs, and like you're asking me to sight read it when I could like, I can play scales, I can play all these other, right? But it's like a different language, so you have to go all the way back to beginner, and yeah, it can be frustrating. But the worst part is that I'm not even good enough to play the stuff that I considered cheesy or beneath me in a sense, so I need to practice it even if I don't like it. Yeah. Yeah, I think I got what you're saying now. Yeah, I think that, like I was talking about root causes of stuff, I think that's kind of like another root cause behind, or root purpose behind success, and like what a lot of the greats or whatever do, is that they always think of themselves as a beginner. And so if you're constantly thinking like, I am a beginner, I know nothing, then it kind of removes all the biases from your mind and allows you to just keep plowing forward and keep learning. Because typically I don't know if you can see my hands. Okay. Typically what musicians do, and like, or I guess any art form, is like you start here, you're going, and then boom, exponential, my hand's not in frame, exponential growth, and then you kind of plateau a little bit, and you just sit here, because once you get that exponential growth, then you kind of sit in like a little bit of, well, now it feels like I can be a functional musician, now it feels like I can play stuff that sounds good. Like that's where I got to with
like this kind of like jazzy stuff, it was literally just from that one exercise that, because I was passionate about, I just played it a bunch until it, I could play things in rhythm, have it like generally sound good. But that now, going back to sight reading, it's like I'm literally needing to completely start over. And it feels like, because I put so much time into this one thing, that this other thing I should also be good at too. But that's just simply not how learning works. And so if you constantly keep this thought process of, I'm a beginner, then you'll be able to keep learning new things. And, like, I don't know if any of that's making sense. Well, I gotta read what you're saying. Wait. Just that your ego wants to think, I'm better than this, even if that's a bad mentality for getting better. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. It's interesting stuff. So, I'm just thinking to myself, I might actually like live streaming a lot, because boy do I love talking. But I'm here to practice. Well, I guess I should do that too. It's nice to have somebody there hearing what I'm saying, though. Somebody to kind of talk to. It's an interesting way to talk, to communicate with somebody. But, because I often, when I'm talking to people in real life, I often end up yapping so much, then, I guess it's just kind of, it's a good format, because I can just keep yapping, and then, like, read what you're saying, and then respond to it and yap. I don't know. I'll have to think if this is I do want to keep streaming my practices, but obviously when I'm talking, I can't practice. But I don't know. I could see doing this more as like a casual thing. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to the sight reading grind. That doesn't sound right. You gotta get super good at playing and talking like the guys at Open Studio Jazz. Oh yeah, dude, I love that channel. It's like one of my favorite channels. I typically only watch like a lot of their shorts things, but they stop my doom scrolling. That's the nice part. And then I'll end up watching it like multiple times over because the music's so good. Yeah. I've unironically actually learned like several like useful things from those shorts. It's just like at my skill level I can't really apply it, but it's good to have that like constant input source. So eventually when I'm like good enough, then it's just kind of already floating around in my head somewhere. But yeah, I'm not at that level to talk and play at the same time. It's difficult. It's difficult to talk and play. Like I can kind of talk and play and like play this. Well, not really, not very well. well. Yeah. Okay. Why does none of this sound right? Oh. I think it's right. What am I doing? I remember there was something I played. What was it? I have to listen to it. I had an idea. Something I wanted to play. It's an idea I came up with a while ago. I have to just find it again. I have so many, like, I'm just scrolling through, like, these audio recordings I have of different ideas. It's messy, like, my organization skills, I guess. No, I can organize things, I just choose not to. I think it's this one. No. Oh, is it this one? Yeah. So it's there it was. Kind of sounds like a Nokia ringtone or something. Just randomly going into broken chords. I do that all the time as soon as my piano teacher. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like, all right, work on this exercise and I'll be back in 10 minutes. Oh no, you know, that's immediately when you, yeah, do literally anything else until the last 2 minutes. Like 80% of my voice memo piano recordings will never be listened to ever again, but there's some good stuff in there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I have, Yeah, this says I have 1,300. I don't know if you can. Can you see that? Just, just bajillions of recordings that, like, most of them are just kind of like, oh, whatever, that kind of sounded cool. And, like, most of them are not going to be ideas I go back to, but it's just kind of fun. Kind of helps, like, it's a way to help me visualize that even if I'm not, like, practicing, at least I'm making progress in some way. Like, with the noodling, I've realized over the years has helped me do is actually, it's helped me learn how to have a good ear and how to kind of know, like, how to have an intuition for sort of improv. Like, I can't jazz improv necessarily, but I can basically fit into most musical scenarios and make something that makes sense in that scenario. Like, it might not be ultra complicated, it might not be amazing, whatever, but I at least have that intuition for it. And I think it's because of all the noodling I've done and just kind of coming up with my own ideas, just messing around. So I'm hardly at 400. Oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair though, a lot of them are kind of repeat recordings. Like, I'll record an idea, I'm like, oh, that was a bad take, and I'll record another take. And I don't delete all the takes, so maybe it's more like 800. But yeah, it's been since, I think my earliest recording was 2022. Yeah, May 8th, 2022 was my first recording. So, and then the second recording right after that is called Rice Cooker. Because I don't want to play it. It's because my rice cooker was like, ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. And so I was like, oh, that's kind of groovy. So, yeah. That was 4 years ago now. Can you believe 2022 was 4 years ago? Well, I guess May 2022, so it's like 3.5 years. But, yeah. That's crazy. I don't want to believe that 2022 is 4 years ago, and 2019 is now 7 years ago. The year after which it feels like everything changed. 7 years? That's crazy, man. Anyways. I gotta focus. That is a C. A, G. I guess they want that dissonant. feels like if somebody hit you across the head, you're like, you know, you kind of hear that, like thunk. It's kind of like a question mark. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of funny. Maybe if the right hand was a bit higher, it sounds like some sort of Nintendo menu SFX. Yeah, I can see that. Did you ever have a Nintendo DS? I'm pretty sure, like, I remember some of the Mario games, this would be the pause sound. Good times. Ooh, wait, I've got this thing. Wait. I love Pitch Bend. It's so fun. Ooh, wait, I know. These are the kind of things that make practice more interesting to me. It's just changing one thing just to make it just a little bit different, and then it makes it like makes the whole thing interesting again. So even like just so now I detuned it. Now everything kind of sounds cool. You know, it's really funny that here with my grandparents, I literally have a freaking acoustic grand piano, and I'm still super jealous of digital keyboards. Yeah, I mean, for me, what's weird is that I was like the opposite for a while. I was just like, oh man, the notes, like they're kind of like on the keys, the keyboard, because I started out on a keyboard like this. I was like, oh, they feel like mushy compared to like the other keyboard I had before, which was actually worse. It's just because my technique was bad and I didn't know how to like drop my hand, so it felt like the keys were mushy, even though these are actually better than the keyboard I was starting on. But I so desperately wanted a real piano, like it's like Pinocchio, like I want to be a real boy. it's like I want a real piano, but yeah, I felt like that for a while, until I realized I'm like, hey, wait, I like practicing when nobody can hear it. Right? So then now I'm more appreciative of the keyboard I have. Even though I do have a piano now too. But I'm overall super grateful. It's been really crazy, honestly, because like a lot of people just kind of giving me instruments, and I'm just like, what? That's crazy. So yeah. Yeah, dude, if I could practice at midnight like this, I'd be all over it. I wish I had thought of it before Christmas. Yeah. It's okay though. I mean, that's the other thing I've learned is that like the equipment doesn't make the musician. I mean, it's like it sounds ridiculous saying it out loud, but it's like, yeah, because I used to be like, I mean, like what I was just talking about, like, oh, I wish I had a real piano for like years and years, and then now I got a real piano, and I'm like, oh, this is actually still cool too. But I realized that like, if you're truly driven, you just kind of you start on anything. Like even like while I was bored in class, I'd like tap on the desk like da na 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 na, just because I was like bored, and that's where I learned polyrhythms. Like, but yeah, it's cool though. I can play prepared piano, and you most likely can't. Prepared. I'm not sure what prepared piano. I'm not sure what you mean. Even though my grandma would kill me if I put nails in her piano. I'm not sure if I understand. I think I might have missed something. I can play piano. Anyways. Should look up later. It's this it's this really weird 20th century thing where piano composers just put random stuff in between the strings to get all sorts of weird sounds. Oh, it's just called prepared piano. Interesting. So they like mess with the kind of like the acoustics of the piano. Well, I don't know about the acoustics, but like the strings. That's cool. That's the kind of the stuff that I've thought about. Like, you know how like what's it called? There like a lot of J-pop songs use piano, and it'll be like it's like all super choppy because I can't even reproduce it on even a keyboard, but it's super like da, 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 da. I've like just wondered what if you could attach some kind of machine to like a real piano to get that like real choppy sound, like something to the strings. So yeah, that's interesting. So the acoustics of a real piano though are just like, oh, so nice, because it's like whenever I sit at a real piano, I always love just playing a chord and then just listening to the strings, how they vibrate back and forth. That's always super fun. So, because the keyboard almost kind of feels lifeless compared, because like I'm just hearing it from two speakers. I'm not hearing it from actual strings vibrating and stuff. Put like a hurdy-gurdy's crank thing on the piano strings and motorize it. Yeah, that's an idea. I didn't want to share it completely, but I kind of have a video idea of like I modified my piano to like, but that's something I've thought about. But the amount of like time it would take, and I'd also like to get like on like OfferUp and things like that, I find all kinds of free pianos and stuff. Of course, they're like really run down and things like that, and it's often people moving out. They're just like, man, I just need to get rid of this. It's kind of sad actually that a lot of pianos just kind of go to waste. But I've thought about like getting a cheap upright piano and then like modifying the heck out of it just to see what I could do. It's just kind of a pipe dream. Oh, is there a new person? Wow. How long have I been playing for? Roughly 45 minutes. Has it really been 45 minutes? Oh my goodness. Most of that has been yapping. Are you asking like how long have I been playing in terms of like years? I'm assuming that's what you're asking. So yeah, years. So I mean, I started learning music when I was in 5th grade, and it's been 1.5 years since I graduated high school. But that's not when I started learning piano. So I guess music in general, 9, almost 10 years. But piano I started learning in 7th grade. So that'd be like 7 years. It really doesn't feel like it. I really feel like I should be a lot better than where I'm at. But oh yeah, 45 minutes. Our boy just started. Yeah. Yeah, but almost 10 years I've been learning music, and almost I think 7 years piano. But even before that was when I started taking lessons. Even before I started taking lessons, I had learned a couple songs and was playing a little bit. But somewhere around there, 7 or 8, something like that. I kind of don't see like years, because what's interesting about learning music or like learning an art form, or I guess any skill, is like you could say, oh, I've been playing for X amount of years, but when you actually look at the amount of hours you've been playing for, it could be like maybe 2,000 hours, and then like that's a lot clearer of an answer of I played for this many years, because like for example, I've played guitar technically longer than I've been playing piano, but I'm a lot worse at guitar because I just don't play that often. But if you actually, if there was like a way, if life was like a video game where you could look at your stat tree and like measure, like, oh, I put this many hours in on guitar, like it'd be so much clearer instead of being like, oh man, I feel so bad. I've spent, 9 years playing guitar, or 8 years or whatever. But in reality, it's more like, no, I probably have like maybe 500 hours on guitar. And that makes you feel a lot better because it's like, oh, well, that explains it. I don't actually have that many hours. But I'm yapping anyways. You said, that's awesome. I started learning piano like 2 months ago, and it gets stressful. What's a good way to learn self-taught? Ooh, what's a good way to learn self-taught? That's a good question. I've kind of, because I started taking lessons when I was in 7th grade, but I also kind of stopped taking lessons when I was in 9th grade. So I only consistently took lessons for about 2, maybe 3 years, and then after that kind of fell off. So since then, I've been mostly self-taught. It's kind of like what I was talking about earlier before you hopped on the stream, is like, I'd say for being self-taught, it's like definitely watch a lot of videos on it. It's interesting because it's like the way I've been self-taught, I attribute it mostly to the fact that I listen to a lot of music. So if you're going to be self-taught, I think it's best to you develop your ear first, and then once you have your ear developed, that kind of gives you like a top-down perspective on music, so that you can come up with an idea and you can be like, I know what it's supposed to sound like. So then all you need to do is just learn how to integrate it. So that's kind of been my approach to music, is like I come up with the idea first because I develop my ear first. and then try to figure it out practically. But in terms of like technique and stuff, I always recommend. I mean, I know you asked about. Oh, I gotta read what you guys are saying. That's solid advice. Oh, thank you. We were just talking about practice philosophy before. Sometimes you gotta just expect less and give yourself time to breathe and enjoy the music. Yeah, I think that kind of puts me more on track with what I was saying. Mainly when being self-taught, because you don't have any structure, it's like just finding out something you're passionate about. Find out something you're passionate about, something you can hold on to. And because you said you've only been learning for 2 months. So yeah, it does get stressful, but it's one of the main things you just hold on to is finding something you're passionate about. And that's what keeps you motivated. And just to show up. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. You just show up every day, practice every day, even if it's just a teeny tiny bit, and you celebrate the fact that you showed up at all, right? And that's so you focus on consistency rather than like getting a bunch of hours in immediately, because the hours will come with time. Like if the passion for what you're doing grows, then the hours you put in will grow too, because you won't even feel the time passing. And I think that's one of the best ways to learn something is when you become so passionate about it, you don't even see the time passing. Because then what's cool about that is you end up putting in more time into that skill than you put than somebody who's not passionate about it, right? So like, I'm kind of getting off track, but if you take 2 pianists and they each practice 3 hours a day, right? Obviously not somewhere where, well, I don't know. You might actually, I don't know how much you practice, but that's definitely not where I started, and I still don't do 3 hours a day. But if one of them's super passionate about it and one of them's just dragging them through the 3 hours a day, the one who's super passionate about it most likely will still be thinking about piano and like music for the rest of the day. So then it's kind of like comparing this one musician spending 16 hours a day kind of in the mindset of music, and then the other musician is only spending 3 hours a day. So obviously 16 hours is more hours than 3. Now obviously not all 16 hours are you sitting at a piano practicing, but if you've developed that passion for it, you're like in the mindset all day, and so then you're actually developing faster than somebody who's not passionate about it. So I guess that's thing number one with being self-taught is like find something you're passionate about. Thing number 2 is the big thing, which is technique. So it's like, that's why I'm kind of at a biased perspective, because I had enough lessons so that I could get all my basic technique down, so that I'm confident now that when I'm practicing piano, I don't have bad technique. And I'm confident that I can pretty much learn anything I want and still have good technique. But that was because of those lessons. So in terms of how to develop good technique without that, I'd recommend a lot of videos and also recording yourself. Definitely recording yourself, because the main thing a teacher provides is a third perspective. So if you're able to give yourself that perspective, then you'll be able to do like half the role of a teacher, which is just simply seeing what you're playing outside of yourself. So record yourself, and like I do a lot of like audio recordings for my own things I come up with, but especially if you're early on trying to get your technique down, I definitely recommend like actual video of what you're practicing, especially at like, if you can see my hands, like where my hand is here, like kind of pointed this way, so you can like watch your hands as they're falling. I think a third thing just in general about technique with learning any instrument, if there's like, if you can see my hand, if there's like tension in your hand just kind of feels like this. If there's tension and your hand feels tight, and especially if your hand starts hurting, then you know that you probably do not have good technique, So you take a step back, take a breather, just kind of think, okay, what am I doing wrong? Like, and then just kind of reevaluate. Because whenever you're playing an instrument, it shouldn't feel, it shouldn't feel unnatural in that sense. So at least with piano, it's like, you just go with gravity, right? Just kind of think of it like, what am I saying? Like, you want to kind of think of how can I make my muscles do the least amount of work possible, right? And so like with piano, I gotta turn it down a little bit. So like, you drop your hands, right? So I'm just using gravity, and then once my hands hit the keys, like, other than these two fingers, you know, still staying on the keys, I'm basically rested. So like, my wrist doesn't have any tension in it. I'm just kind of sitting here, and my hand feels rested. So stuff like that in technique is super important, and there's tons of videos that talk about it too. But it's just mainly about like being honest with yourself, which is the most difficult part. About like where you're at and what you're doing good, what you're doing bad. So, but it's difficult. It's definitely doable though. I try to aim for 2 hours. Learned Passaglia. I'm actually not sure what that is. And struggled learning other pieces. 2 hours is a lot if you're doing that every day. That's really good. I appreciate your advice. Oh, thank you. I think having too much tension is 100% the thing that's held me back on the most on guitar. Maybe. How long have you been playing guitar? Because, like, that's why I was kind of trying to be careful about, like, if it feels unnatural, it could be one of two things. It could be, one, you're simply just not used to the instrument, or two, it could be that you have bad technique and like you're hurting your hand. And with like the piano's pretty simple, because like on the piano it's like all right out in front of you. There's no like strings you need to press or anything. So for the most part, there's no your hands shouldn't need to feel a way that's unnatural. So I can say pretty confidently with the piano, if that's what your hands feel like, then it's probably wrong. But like with the guitar, I mean, like the calluses, even just the calluses you need to build, that definitely hurts. But, like 5 years ago, maybe 6. Oh, okay. So you've been kind of playing for a while. Yeah, it could be tension. Oh, I could actually get my guitar. Whoa, hold on. It's guitar time. I can't play too loud because it's almost 1 a.m. where I am. So I think one of the main things where a lot of people have tension on guitar that I've noticed is, can you see my hand? You can kind of see it. So a lot of people will like clamp with this hand, the fretting hand. They'll like clamp like this, and they're using a lot of muscles in their hand. When in reality, the way you should play guitar is you take this arm and you kind of pivot against the guitar, and then you lightly pull. So it takes a lot of that tension out of your left hand and puts the what's it called? The strength more like in your bicep. You're using your biceps more. So you like pull, kind of see. But it kind of depends on where you're feeling tension in guitar. So I think with guitar, what I've noticed is like, it's kind of about, because like obviously you need to hold the strings down, unlike piano. So it's less about not having tension at all, because I think some tension's okay, but it's more about giving your hand little times to rest so that the tension doesn't build, and also kind of giving the tension over to bigger muscles. Like you can kind of think of approaching different instruments based on the anatomy of the human body. So like the thing with like pivoting your arm and pulling on the fretboard, that's literally giving the work to like these bigger muscles in your arm. So it gives less work to your hands, right? And then being able to switch chords, and do that just takes practice. But yeah, I'd have to hear what kind of tension you're having on guitar that's holding you back. What's your... I gotta read these. What's your style you aim for, and have you ever composed something I would love to hear you play? There's some covers on the channel. Yeah, I have a main channel, so it should be on my homepage. So that's some of the stuff that I've made. I'm hoping to make a lot more stuff here soon. I'll check it out. Okay, cool. I had mostly been saying that to illustrate how much avoiding tension would be important on piano. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you're using it as an example. I got way off. You know, I think this is making me realize I already knew this about myself, but I really love teaching. I love talking, and I love teaching and like helping people get better. So that's just like, even if somebody didn't ask, that's just the mode I default to. So I don't know, maybe I'll make more videos like that, like teaching or yapping about concepts. Because like just being realistic about my skill set, I don't know if I'm ever going to be like some great musician or whatever, even if I want to be. So I need to be like realistic about like what can I actually do to contribute to people's lives, and I think teaching might be one of those things. But realistically, I would say I press too hard with my thumb, since that's the only part I ever really get sore when playing the guitar. I guess I would ask which thumb. You press too hard with your thumb. If it's your left hand, this hand, your fretting hand, the pivoting with your arm and pulling could help. Yeah, your fretting thumb. Yeah, so that could help. So if you kind of... I wish I had a better camera angle here. But if you can see my thumbs kind of hanging out, like my thumb's completely free and I can still play chords. So that's like the pivoting your arm here. Now obviously you kind of need your thumb here to anchor a little bit, but if you might even be able to practice a little bit just fretting and just kind of having your thumb hanging out, because that might start teaching you to pull with your arm rather than squeeze with your hand. Maybe? You could theoretically play the guitar even if you didn't have a thumb. But the thumb is definitely helpful to kind of like, you see my hand, it just kind of anchors it, keeps it from like moving around. But 2026 will be our year. I'm going to finish at least like 3 songs. Yeah! You got it. I think so too. I think I'm excited for 2026. Like I'm already here, yapping away and playing piano. It's like my 2 favorite things. playing piano, says the guy holding a guitar. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, I think this looks like a piano. I mean, what do they do, like tapping? Anything's a piano if you try hard enough. Wait, here we go. I'd be like, August Rush. Can I hear you play piano? Yeah, yeah. I know, it's the point of the stream. Yeah, I'll go back to piano. Okay, so my piano's out of tune. Well, piano guitar before GTA 6. Yo, I got a meme GTA 6 reference in my chat. Yo, that's crazy. So my piano's detuned right now because I thought it was fun. Oh, thank you. You said incredible with the... Cool, thank you. I'm so awkward sometimes. Oh, this was a cool thing I was playing earlier. It sounds like a ringtone. Ooh, okay, that sounds really cool with it being out of tune. I don't know if you guys can totally hear from the little camera speakers, but... Dude, I freaking love detuning things. You ever play in different samples with your piano? Ooh. Like different... Oh, I got a harpsichord here. Oh, that's loud. People are sleeping. Oh, do you know... Oh, this might get me... Do I care about this being copyright? Have you ever heard That's Golden Brown by the Stragglers? That sounds really fun. Anyways, we about to slay some dragons with this medieval melody. Yeah! Oh, I missed a lot of... Wait, you ever play... Okay, I got that one. One of the biggest things I always miss about the pianos they have at the practice studio is the Rhodes sample. Oh, Rhodes... Wait, do you mean like... Like the... I gotta find it. Is this a Rhodes? Because it's like the electric piano sound. This is one of the ones I love using. It has such a cool, kind of soft sound to it. ever buy myself a piano, it'll be a Rhodes. Yeah, that'd be cool. Should retune. The darker sound with the Rhodes kind of makes it sound a little bit too dark, in my opinion. Where is the thing? Did I miss it? I think I missed the tune. Where's the tuning? Oh, there it is. Let's tune it up a little bit. Now we're almost at A4. Yeah, let me read your comment. Yeah, my like all-time favorite instrument might be the vibraphone, and the Rhodes is like right below it. Metallophones are just the coolest. Metallophones. Interesting. I'm guessing, I know like a vibraphone's kind of like a marimba, sorta, but... Ooh, this one, I like this one on the Rhodes sound. It doesn't really sound good on the piano sound, because the harmonies are like too crunchy. They're too crunchy. Anyways, I think I could find a vibraphone. It'd be somewhere here. Oh, that's way too loud. I'm so good at staying on task. Ooh, I got the tenor sax. Oh, I'm missing everything you guys are saying. Yeah, Crazy Frog. Can you play any songs from Kingdom of Hearts? No, I cannot. I never played that game. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry. The vibraphone is like the direct successor to this obsolete instrument. They literally call the steel marimba. Interesting. Dude, I went to a jazz show like 3 months ago, and I heard the trumpet player quote moaning in the middle of the Verena solo. Yeah, dude, I love that song. I still can't play it like correctly, because I like the melody. I still just like play it because it's cool. But yeah, that's funny. Fargo. This preset's called Fargo. I don't think you can read it, but... was a 7/8 idea I came up with that. I just forget the specifics of how I played that. Let me find it. Let me find it. No. Oh shoot. Don't want to delete my recording. Okay. Oh, okay. I called it a sus 7/8 groove because there's a sus chord. Let's see if I can. That was the idea. But it's like a 7/8, cause like 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Something like that. What you were saying. Anyway, so the vibraphone and the Rhodes, also called the time piano, are both metallophones. Metallophone. Because inside the Rhodes, all the hammers and mutes strike like little metal tuning forks. Oh, that's cool. A little fact I didn't know about. That's cool. Okay, I am just realizing it's like 1:15 and I need to wake up at like 8. So I'm no longer getting 8 hours sleep. So I'm gonna find the vibraphone, and then I think I'm gonna stop. I think that's a good place to stop. Oh, there's a bell. Oh, hey, funny. This preset's called Insomnia. Okay. Oh, I found the marimba. Sorry, my brother just walked in. Even though it's 1 a.m. Oh, by the way. Oh, all he said was this was a goofy ass tune is what he called this. But oh, by the way, you got any other socials or anything to catch you on? I guess if you're streaming every day, we'll get chances to talk, but it'd be good to swap demos sometime somewhere else. Yeah, that would be cool. Let's see how you could contact me. I think so. You'd say, "Oh, hey, I'm Mystery from the live stream," so I know who you are. I think I have an email up in my channel description that you could email. I don't really do other socials. Like I watch a lot of YouTube, but other than that, I don't really do social media so much. Like, yeah. I think if I do this YouTube thing more, I might make socials there just for like publicity and like to market my music more, because just to get it to more ears so more people can hear about me, so that the people that would want to listen to my music actually get a chance to find out who I am in the first place. But I think that would be the only reason I would make accounts on other platforms. It's just basically marketing. It kind of sounds really drab, but yeah, I think that would be cool. But yeah, I have an email, and then from there, we could probably figure out other contacts. Like, I do technically have Discord, but I haven't been using it much. But yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's fair. I guess I'm just super used to having online friends, and all of us are on like Discord and stuff. Yeah, like I have a Discord account. But yeah, you just. I think the email you just reminded me. The email I might actually change on my homepage, or not the home. Sorry, the channel, like the about me thing. I might change the email because I made like a business email. Like, oh, I'll just call it Music Marshall Business, and I'm just like, nah, it's really cringy. So I might change it again. But it is an email account I have, so you would be able to contact me there. So I'll leave that there for now, I guess, and I'll check for an email. The irony is that because I made that email recently, I also haven't been checking it. So I'll try to check it. So I guess if you email me there, then that'd probably work. I'm kind of tired now. I think I'm gonna. I played the marimba. Let me see if I can. Oh, it's steel drums. Okay. So that's. Okay. I think I'm about done. I'm gonna end my stream. This was fun. I didn't do a whole lot of practicing. Maybe tomorrow I'll do more practicing. I'd say at most I practice like 10 minutes of sight reading. The rest was just yapping. I gotta find a better system. But you said I feel like steel drum samples never have the super soft attack I love about the real things. Yeah. Anyways, I am gonna end it now. So, have a good night. I'll send you something so I guess you can check it when you wake up. Yeah, that'd be cool. Alright. Thanks, guys. Or one person, or thank you for hanging out. This is fun. See ya. Bye-bye.